The first time was this book. I had, during the crossing guard, I noticed that Jack, between shots and such, would read thrillers to relax himself. And so I didn't think that it was going to be in my makeup to come across another crossing guard script. I was sort of a freak that I had written for a character of that age, because normally I would have written or would be inclined to write in my own experience. So I asked Michael Fitzgerald, have you ever come across something that in that world of what Jack's interested in that I would be interested in? And it was the first thing that he mentioned, and I read it, and it immediately clicked.
Dürrenmatt, there was a film done for which Dürrenmatt wrote the script, the first one, before he wrote the book. And he didn't like the ending of the film, which was a kind of happy end. The murder was caught, the murderer. So he didn't like it, and he wrote his book, his novel, after the first film, and he changed the ending. And when I first met Michael Fitzgerald, I asked him, are you going to have the ending of the first picture or the ending of the book? And he said, I'm not crazy, of course I'm taking the Dürrenmatt ending, in a way transformed for film, but as the spirit of Dürrenmatt. So Dürrenmatt didn't believe in justice, not in justice in human society between men. There's another kind of justice, and I think that is the most important thing, or one of the important things, which has been brought back to the picture.
Body of a young girl has just been found.
She was a second grader. I guess that put her about 7.5, 8.
Who did this?
We intend to find out.
Do you promise me that you will?
Yes, Mrs. Larson, I promise.
The casting was in some way it was a contrivance in a sense. And it was a contrivance in the sense that when Michael and I were first putting together the practical aspects of it, the money, the time that we would have to shoot, the difficult locations, weather issues, because we had more than one season to cover and so on, I made a decision early on that I was not, because I was not going to have, as I had had in the past, the time to particularly nurse performance, to help people who, while maybe very talented, maybe were less experienced in acting in film and that sort of thing. And so I felt that to have the time to tell the story and to put my attention performance-wise where it had to be, which was really with Jack. I've always had difficult relationships with cinematographers. I tend to like to pick my own composition and lenses and camera moves, and I want them to light. In the case of Chris, he was somebody who I was able to share a little more of that with, because I trusted his taste so much, and he's so smart, and he's a very gentle. He is somebody who, there are those people that you consider amongst many pretenders. He is a real artist.
No!